What's up, everybody? 𝓑𝓵𝓸𝓬𝓴 here from Sleepless Nights with another episode on the Space Engineers Inspiration series. Yes, we are back. Well, for like a week or two. And then I'm taking another week off, but it's here or there. We're here now, and we have the, oh gosh, JT-DSC, I think? Mael? I'm not sure how it's supposed to be pronounced. M-A-E-L. So, right off the bat, the description is very clear that this was not designed to be a combat ship. So, for any of you that are looking for something heavy-duty, this is not it. But the design, I thought, looked really neat. It's got a very elongated shape, kind of narrow, but then I like these little rings. Even if they don't do anything, I don't think they do, unless maybe they have thrusters or something in them. But I really like the decorative design of the rings. It would be really cool if they did have some kind of functionality. I do see batteries here, but I don't know if they have any thrusters or anything like that to where they lend too much functionality to it. But I like when some of this kind of stuff, it looks cool, but then also functions. It does have antennas, so there's that. But overall, I just really like the aesthetic it brings, but I do like the little details as well. A lot of these little ridges and ribbings and stuff like that is pretty cool. If I can find a door... There it is. I love how everyone... I'm sure it's not on purpose, but I love how everyone seemingly has been catering to me for that. Not having to use my door timer. Much to the disappointment of a lot of you, I know. But it makes things easier on me in editing, because I don't have to edit a door timer in. Now, the description did say that the layout is fairly confusing, so there's supposed to be a lot of these signs and stuff letting you know where you are and what you're doing. So this goes to Deck 2, which is Medical, Cargo, Access, and Cryo. This one over here goes to Deck 3, I presume, Bridge, Residential, and Observatory. The one part about that is I'm not sure what that makes the deck that we're on. If the left stairway is 2 and this one's 3, are we on like 2.5? Ah, here we go. DSC designed for research while primary focus being on the sensor suites. You enjoy lush crew accommodations and a firm but safe cryogenic protocol. During your stay, please enjoy any of the 9 observation decks. If the expanse incites any uneasy feeling, your cabin is equipped with long-range CyberNet services. Warning, oxygen conservation system will be active. Under loss of power, stay in your sector. No storing of illicit pornographic scenes. Well, glad we got that taken care of. That's one of those things I didn't see coming until I actually read it, and then I was realizing what I was reading. Good talk. So this may be a bridge. It might also be one of the observatories. Ores summary, ingot summary, ammo. Okay, so that's inventory. This is power. Ooh, I like the mood lighting. We got oxygen tanks here. Very nice. Very, very nice. This is where we came in at, so we should be at medical, cargo, and cryo down here. Yet, I'm seeing gravity generator, oxygen tanks. Okay. Wow, this is a very long ship. And I am totally getting lost, by the way. Okay, so here's batteries. Programmable block. Where am I going? Oh, what is this? Well, now, hold on a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. That seems to go against their no storing of illicit material rules. I call shenanigans. Is there a rule about not keeping that stuff on board the ship or not? I mean, come on, guys, make up your mind. What are we gonna do? Okay, so here's one of the observatories, it looks like. So we finally hit the observatory area, looks like. Medical bay here. So here's medical, observatory, and cryo. So maybe the signs were saying that that goes in this direction, but not that, like, that level we entered into was actually deck 2. I'm very confused on that. I'm not really sure where I am at this point. Alright, so over here on this side, bridge, residential, and observer. Let's just go up here, because I don't know where else to go at this point. This looks like... Ooh, man, I'm still rusty on my new block types. Projector, I thought that's what that was. Adjunct ship maintenance programming. It is running a couple of scripts, like there was some kind of auto-docking one or something. It has all the basics of the LCD ones and yada 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 that we've all grown to love and expect. And the auto-door script and so on. So here's all of our crew quarters, it looks like. Okay. Ooh, and then we can go up. Now this might actually be deck 3. I'm still trying to figure out how this works. And I'm not doing a very good job on it. This is either the bridge or another observatory. Probably bridge, by the looks of things. This is a really cool view, though. I do like this. That, like, the top of the ship is kind of, like, level with the flight seat. I really kind of like that. Tell you what, while we're right here, let's go ahead and check out its flyability. I don't know if either of those words are words, but they are now. Alright, so it looks like it's primarily hydrogen-based. The description did say it was not cut out for planets. Moons was kind of a at your own risk. Okay, so with the hydrogen thrusters, it actually accelerates pretty good. Turning works pretty well for the size of the ship and everything. So overall, yeah, it moves really nice for the overall size and stuff of the ship. I think it does well. Slowing down, it's actually not too bad. It's actually pretty good. At first I was thinking the deceleration was going to be a bit on the sluggish side, but that actually worked pretty good. And then we've got power readouts over here. That's cool. Did we go down the center? I don't think we did. I guess this is just a corridor and not like anything crazy. Alright, so I don't think we went this way. Hey! I went in. Open a door. Why aren't you opening? Oh. Oh, it's an AI door, so I'm probably breaking something, but I don't care. So here's all of your servers, timer blocks, programmable blocks, and their status, which is cool. Alright. So I don't know that I've covered every little thing in this build or not, but we covered a good deal of it. Did we go this way? No, we did not. So this looks like another observatory. Wow, a freaky observatory room. 'Cause... yeah, that's really eerie, actually. Whew. So yeah, we're going to wrap this one up, I think, and move on to the next one. Alright, so next up we have a rather interesting one. This is Lori, the Wyvern class airship. Now, the actual description was fairly intriguing to me because it actually added a bit of lore or backstory to the ship, where Lori was the name of the previous captain of the ship, and through some event that the description I don't believe went into great detail on, had died, and now haunts the vessel. But the vessel was purchased from a shipyard, I guess, by a young person, built it back up into basically a spaceship, and you're left with the ship that it is now, plus a haunted pirate captain. So the storyline behind it is kind of cool, but overall, I don't really think I need to explain why this looks so freaking awesome. Now, one caveat, it does have one singular mod, and I believe it was the small ship block pack or something, which takes some of the large grid stuff and allows you to use them on small grids. I believe that's what that mod pack does, so if I'm wrong, that's, you know, don't hold it against me. But it lets you do stuff like this on a small ship grid where the windows would not normally be available. But with that said, this is some of the best use of that mod pack that I've seen in a long time, because it's got a lot of nooks and crannies and details kind of thing. Like these thrusters, what is going on back here? This is awesome. I don't even know what these are. Looks like atmo thrusters and hydrogen thrusters. And what is this tank? Is that a tank? Hydrogen tank. Oh, it's a small one. I'm not used to seeing the small ones. Okay. It can transition from space to atmo, as we've seen that it has atmospheric, hydrogen, and ion thrusters. Apparently that did take a bit of work, and I don't doubt it. But we got these cool little fan wing things. Not fan, I don't know why I said fan. They're more like a wing. And I'm guessing these being on rotors makes them adjustable. What is this going on here? Conveyor frame. Oh, there's two conveyor frames. I don't think I've even seen those blocks really used before. So that adds a nice little touch. And that's an advanced rotor. Or at least a small grid one. Yeah, so there is a lot going on this ship, and I highly encourage you to download it and explore it for yourself if you're interested in some, you know, what I refer to as clutter detail building. Which I don't really, I mean, I've kind of used it as a term, but I don't really like the term because it makes it sound like it's just junk, and it's not. Normally stuff that like that adds that cluttered look is actually done very meticulously and on purpose. It's not usually just thrown together. But I kind of use that term just to describe the overall effect. It ends up looking very lived in, very, you know, lots of detail and, well, clutter. But overall, yeah, this is just really, really cool to me. Let's see what the interior stuff looks like. We've got a button there that doesn't do anything, so this would be the captain's ready room type thing. I don't think this is a quarters. Looks like the... kind of like the captain's cabin, but not robust enough to be like a living quarters, I don't think. I was looking for the proper way to go down here. Because I can see stuff like this, and I know we could just drop down here, but I figure there's actually, like, a way to get there? Unless I'm totally off the mark. Which is highly possible. Alright, we're just going to drop down here, because I don't know how to get in here properly. Oh! Maybe we could use the elevator. That seems like it might be a good idea. Where's the button for this? Huh. So there's an elevator to go up and down, but unless it's extended, there's got to be a call button. Right? This button was empty. I'm confused. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know how to get this to come up when it's already down, but whatever. So you use the elevator, you get down here. Let's see. I guess we just drop off here. And then we've got some storage area, medical room. Medical rooms. That's pretty cool. Got our oxygen. I don't know what those are actually. I think these are all just supposed to be for looks, because back in here, I don't think the solar farms are really going to do anything. Or oxygen farms, whatever they're called. I forget. I always get it backwards. It's an empty button. With all of these larger grids that are looking smaller, because they're on a small grid, it makes me feel like I'm floating above everything, like it's a giant thing. There's a remote block. I wonder what that's used for. Oh, this is a gun turret looking thing. This looks fun. Gun control. Okay, that's what the remote block's for. Advanced rotor. Attach. Okay. So what happens if we turn that... Wait. It's not letting me turn it on and off. Interesting. Okay. I'm not sure why it won't let me turn it on. Curious. Anyways, so we have a big gun here. What is this actually doing? Wait, what is this? Sniper rifle. Static. I don't know where this came from because I don't... Unless it's part of the small ship pack, that's not a vanilla block. I don't think. But I don't have any other mods in here, so I'm not really sure where that came from anyways. Functionally wise, you've got a lot of missiles, which is probably the overall idea. Is it looks like a big cannon, but then uses the missiles to actually blow stuff up. And then we've got a small docking port here for presumably a smaller ship. It could be like a little life raft, mining vessel, gunboat, whatever. And then we've got the guts of the ship. We've got some reactors. And how is this here? Unless that mod pack must have a lot of other blocks besides just making it. I thought it just made large grid blocks available to a small grid, but that between the arc reactor and that static sniper rifle, I'm guessing there's a lot more to that. How do I get over there? There's a lot of these, I'm trying to do it the right way, and there's a lot of these places where I'm just like, I don't know how you're supposed to get over here. These buttons aren't doing anything. I was thinking they would be elevators or something. Oh, they're cryo chambers. Okay, well that's cool. But how do we get there? Can we fit through here? Okay. And then there's an elevator here. Wow, that's a very small elevator. Huh. I wouldn't have even thought that worked. Okay. So you're supposed to come down here through all the scaffolding, use the elevator, go up there to the cryo chambers. Doesn't really explain to me how you're supposed to get up there in the first place without already having the elevator extended. But overall, yeah, I think this is really, really cool. There's a lot of detail work done in here, and I just like the unorthodox kind of airship type of thing rather than trying to make a typical spaceship kind of thing. It's a really nice touch. Now the last thing is, where the heck is the helm for me to pilot? I know, I realize this is the programmable block, but it doesn't actually do anything. So, elevator gun controls, side engines. I don't see a ship control, though. I don't know where you're supposed to fly this from. Interesting. There's gotta be a way to do it at some point. Maybe. Let's just leave that elevator there for now, and we're just gonna take the cheap way. Because I'm wondering if I can fly it from these other... or from this guy right here. Yep, okay. So you can fly it from here. I don't know how you take control of the gun, unfortunately. But... acceleration's a bit on the sluggish side. Turning's really good. Turning's really good for this size of a ship. But accelerating, it does have quite a bit of spin-up time for that. And I'm guessing decelerating works the same way. But overall, yeah, I really like this ship design. I thought it was really, really cool. So with that, we're going to wrap this one up, and let's move on to the last one. Okay, and last but not least, we have the Kestrel Cruiser. Now, I'm a little rusty on my FTL stuff, but I'm pretty sure that the Kestrel Cruiser is designed-ish off of the one of the ships from FTL. I could be wrong. I know that at least for part of the drive thing, part of the FTL drive and thruster design and stuff like that, I think the description said that they did use some parts of the FTL ship as a framework, but it may not be a carbon copy. I'm not sure. Now there is one thing I have to go over. The mod workshop, or the workshop file did not list any mods that were necessities. It only listed things that like would affect, excuse me, affect your world and stuff like that. But I didn't see anything in the actual right side panel that explained any mods. Now, when I pasted it in, it did say that some blocks were missing and asked if I still wanted to or not. So I don't know if like some of this projection stuff may not be accurate. Like if it's supposed to be more than that, I'm not sure. And actually, now that I'm looking at it, I might have pasted it in upside down. Let me fix that. Okay, that's better. So, I was right, it was upside down, and this is supposed to be, I'm guessing, like some kind of holographic shield thing, because the cockpits for flying the ship look like they're actually in there, which makes it accessible. Now, as for... Now, the other thing I need to explain about this is it is also a super grid ship, and I believe that's the proper term. Here's the hatch button. I found the door. Aha! So there. And it also behaves, I guess, like a rocket, in terms of the gravity being aligned parallel with the thrusters, so going this way instead of being perpendicular up and down. So even though the cockpit's facing that way, when we go in through here, you'll notice that we're actually like right side up type of thing. Seal that back up. But a super grid, for those of you that may not be aware, I only heard the term recently on this build and stuff, but I've seen it done before, is where you use something like SE Toolbox or something to that effect to finagle and modify the block types and things to where you can place large grid blocks on a small grid, but it doesn't actually change the size of the block like the mod packs do. But the collision boxes are much smaller. And, wait a minute, that's the airlock too? Oh, inner forward. I was gonna say, I was like, where's the rest of the ship? Okay, vents, airlock, inner aft. Okay. Oh, well, that's kind of a neat idea. The merge block side, I'm not sure how much I like that. Just because merge blocks, as you saw there, when they disconnect can be a little wonky. But the overall style of this is kind of cool. Like, when you walk in, it looks like the interior is all super small. This is an example of what I was talking about right here. So, you can see from the highlight, it actually goes into the next block over there, but it doesn't actually stop you from placing the block type of thing. And so that's what super gridding really does. Is it allows you to kind of get some different results that you couldn't normally do in the base game. Now, I'm kind of one of those that it just depends on what you're wanting to do with the ship. If you're wanting to just design a cool ship and you're not worried about like recreating it in a survival environment or something like that, particularly for something like what we've done with Dog Squad and things, if you're just using ship designs for designs or machinimas or something like that, then this is a really cool way to do some of those things that you wouldn't normally be able to do. I also read in the description we're supposed to have a gravity ladder thing here. I'm not too sure how that works. Unless I got that wrong. Did I get that wrong? I totally could have. I don't know. It's not working for me, but that doesn't mean that it's broken. Okay. So we're in... I feel like we missed some stuff. Let's check. Okay, so this is where we came from, and then there's a layer down here, which has what looks to be a gravity generator. Sure. Oh, maybe it's one side or the other? Nope, doesn't really seem that way. I'm not really sure how the ladder thing works. Yeah, I'm not really sure how that's supposed to work. I could be wrong. That could have been a description I read of a ship I didn't end up using. I'm pretty sure it's this one, though. You can see the inner guts and workings of the ship, though, down here, which is pretty cool. Again, this is another build that has a lot of detail work going into it, which is really, really nice. Okay, let's fly back up here. And I don't see any more control panels that go any further, so that's probably the end of the engineering section. Habitation sounds fun. Let's see what we got. I like the whole, like, vertical colony thing going on, though. I think that's pretty cool. Oh, there's the ladder thing. Okay. Actually, that's kind of cool. That is kind of cool. It feels a bit more NASA style as far as, like, the close proximity confined space. Oh, and there's the cockpits for flying. Cool. Now, I did read in the description it said that the ladder thing can be a little weird, so try to stay more to the sides if you're having problems with it. Hollow tank illumination. Oh, okay. And lights for the bridge. Ah! What goes over here? This looks like some kind of workshop type thing. Or, yeah, repair bay workshop, something like that. Yeah, this is a little bit hard to use, but it is a cool idea. So here's your bunks and kind of living quarters, it looks like. And then we have kind of the entertainment... Oh, Lord Clang. Kind of the entertainment room, I guess. Gravity generator ladder. Whoops. Nope. I was trying to get in this chair. Not sure what this does. Is this supposed to be the flight seat or navigation? You know what? Now that I think about it, I do feel like I recall reading in the description a comment at the very end that said that pretty much all of the seats kind of made you pop back outside. So there's that. Okay. So yeah, I'm not really sure what these are for, if they're the actual flight seats or not. I'm not really too clear on that. Okay, so if we get in here, we have a readout thing there. And this is what we were seeing before, where there's like a holographic kind of thing in the front where you can't really see what's going on, or it can't see outside or whatever, which is a cool effect. I like that. And I'm wondering if there's a way, like, you can probably turn off the projector if you wanted to, like, quote-unquote raise the windows or something to that effect. Speed, holy crap, this thing accelerates, like, really fast, and the turning and stuff is very nimble. This is a really nice moving ship. As far as armaments and stuff like that, if you were trying to take it into survival, I don't know how well that would work. I suppose you actually could build this in survival if you were using a projector welder system too, because I mentioned the super gridding that it wouldn't be very conducive to survival, but if you're doing something where you're projecting the blueprint and then the welders are just building what it needs, that is a bit more plausible. If you're trying to build it by hand, I don't think it would work because it required modifications to the grid and the block types and stuff like that to do that. But so that's just kind of a heads up for anybody that's thinking of using it for their survival build or something to that effect. But on that note, I think we're going to wrap this episode up here. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and I will see you all next time. Peace!